Okay, hello everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining our program today. My name is Oksana Chryakina. Here is Helena Nikonole, my colleague and co-curator. We are curating this year the Uncanny Dream exhibition at the Ars Electronica Garden Moscow. And our session today is titled Let's Play Experience in Art Games. It is a workshop actually, and during this session, we will let's play artistic games included to our show with the game studies scholars and theoretics. We will discuss three games presented at Uncanny Dream Garden. If you have questions, please use chat. And in case you wish to let's play games, it will be available to do at the ending of our session. I encourage you to download the games. I will now send links to the chat. One, two.
Actually, two of the games you can play directly in your browser, and one game you have to download. It's In Between by Katya Galitskaya.
Yes, it is the first link. I will present our speakers today. The first game in this list is In Between by Katya Galitskaya. Katya is a Russian digital artist interested in the possibilities of three-dimensional art. We will let's play her game today titled In Between. Also, we have today Anastasia Koroleva. Anastasia is a Moscow-based interdisciplinary artist, and a performer. She studies the relationship between human and technology, the influence of technology on sensoric perception. Today we are gonna let's play Anastasia game, which is titled Soundwalk. And Ksenia Bukovskaya. She explores issues surrounding identity and corporeality, as well as speculations in media and video games. Today we are going to let's play Ksenia's game titled Aeternum Illud. And our theoretics today are Nikita Prudnikov. Nikita is a musician and software architecture expert, and also an author of the Flaky. It is a generative music framework which was used in games and live performances. Also, we have today Margarita Skomarov. She is a game studies scholar and a game developer, and also a member of the Russian art group titled Iberg. Also, we had to see today Alexander Vitushinsky. Unfortunately, he has a force majeure situation, and probably Alexander is not going to be today with us. But we have a video recording of his let's playing the game, and we will see this recording today. Alexander is a philosopher and member of the Moscow Research Center of Video Games, specialist in history and theory of video games. So I think we can start now with games. Actually, I want to give the word.
Maybe we can present our project a little bit. We can say
Okay.
a couple of words about the project. So all of these games are presented in the context of Uncanny Dream project. It's our hybrid project, which includes the physical show at the Electro Museum Gallery here in Moscow. And also it's presented online. You can see all these projects on our website, uncannydream.com. You can play some video games online. You can interact with some projects also in your browser, and with other projects you can download video games and you can play them as well. And I encourage you to do that and maybe to join us during the last part of our Let's Play session today. So maybe we can say a couple of words about the concept. So concept is dedicated to the perspectives of artists, digital natives, and on different issues in times of pandemic. Actually, we chose all the projects which made in 2020 and 2021, and all of these projects they're perfectly can be presented in these hybrid formats. So they are really work good also online and offline. And we thought about this uncanny feeling. Probably many of us have during the pandemic that we are trying to live in this like new normal state, but at the same moment we still have this kind of anxiety and different kinds of fears because the pandemic is going on. So the concept is of the whole project is around that. And yes, I think now we can proceed with the first Let's Play session, the first video game. And Nikita will present his perspectives on sound in video games, and then there will be this Let's Play.
Okay, so maybe I should introduce a bit myself, and then Asya will talk about the game, and then we we proceed with the Let's Play. Okay, so hi there again. My name is Nikita Prudnikov. I am a sound artist and independent researcher in the field of generative sound, DSP, and machine learning in sound, these kind of things. And for the past few years, I've been really interested in interactivity in sound, especially in a game sound. For example, a few years ago, I did a sound engine for collaboration for a game with Margarita and Fedor Blashov and Yulia Kozhemyaka, whose projects are exhibited today on Uncanny Dreams. And recently, Asya Koroleva and me, we made a mix for a Russian sound art community, soundartists.ru. And in this mix, we tried to use recorded sound of gameplay of various games. And we did a pretty wide research, and we were looking for games which use some interesting, which make use some interesting use of audio in a gameplay. For example, they use audio as some kind of unique narrative elements or unique sonic mechanics, or use audio multiplayer interactions, or just introduce some acousmatic snippets, these kind of things. And surprisingly, we found only a handful of examples, and most of the games, even art games and even audio games, use audio just as an addition, or in case of audio games, as a substitution for a visual medium. So in that context, the game of Asya, the Sound Walk, is really interesting for me, because it introduces sound practice which is commonly used in the context of deep listening, a sound walk. For example, it was used by famous sound artists such as Pauline Oliveros or Liv Corningham. And yeah, looking forward. Haven't played it yet. I just started it for about a minute this morning to just technically check out. So yeah. It's time for Asya to.
Thank you, Nikita. It was perfect presented the game. Thank you.
Thank you.
And hello. I'm really glad to hear all of you here. And my name is Asya Koroleva, or Anastasia Koroleva, and I'm mixed media and sound artist. And I'm actively working with sound and creating sound machines and installations. And thank you, Elena and Oksana, for our great Ars Electronica Garden exhibition and interesting, extensive online program. And now I would like to tell about my audio game Soundwalk. And in this game, I tried to create minimalistic spaces where the participants can play around the stage and listen to the sound. And there is some sound practice called sound walks, a concept introduced by Raymond Murray Schaffer. In his concept, the listener walks in the street, in the forest, or another space, and just concentrate on listening sound around him. And when I was in the beginning of my walk, I tried to rely on that practice. Okay. There are 5 scenes in total in game with different sounds. There is one particular object in each scene from liminal space or non-space, and during approaching it, the participant begins to hear a characteristic sound woven into the overall soundscape. And when you get as close as possible to this object, you switch to another scene, and you can continue your sonic walk or sound walk. So the main task of this game is to listen to the sound during the passage. And in a sense, for me, this is not a game, maybe non-game, because you don't take any special actions other than walking around the stage and listening to the sound, to the surrounding place. This is just a walk situated in the digital space. And I think it's funny that if this is the first experience, the first time you enter the game and hear these field recordings, these sounds, you don't focus on sound. You can't do that because you start looking for some kind of active action, such is customary in games. And only after trying different actions like jump or something similar, you or participant or listener comes down and begin to listen to the sound. The participant just understand that the idea was after going through a certain number of scenes. And also, I think it's important to note that when I was creating the game, I used my own field recordings for my sense. And also, I used some synthesized sounds for objects, only for objects. And I think that's all. Thank you. I'm very intrigued what Nikita will say about his own Soundwalk experience. Thank you.
Okay, so I probably should start sharing. And we need a special mode of sharing for that game, because main thing I'll share is sound, and I need it to be stereo, of course. Okay. Do you hear any sound?
Yes, we do.
So I should aim for a sound which is different from the ambience. Is it my own footsteps in the water?
I guess so.
Okay. So as a player, I think I can actively participate in this process of, I don't know, composition, because with my movement and with my position, I can like mix these sentences. So I can just, you know, run away. I have a feeling that anger is moving away from me, just as I run to it.
I really like that you need time to get to this object, and you cannot run faster. So it makes you, it gives you opportunity to fully experience all this environment and just enjoy the sound and the process.
Yeah, but that's introduce, I don't know, a kind of impatience. Like I really need to get to that anger, and it can it can interfere with like the states of deep listening. I think that perfectly, if you want to dive deep into the sound, it would be better to just go between places and maybe stay for a bit. And I think, Asa, you should tell our guests about your experience with recording this game, because we used it in our mix and with the sound of footsteps.
Just techno
Yeah.
sound.
I suppose it is a glitch.
Yeah.
Well, you were showing this game in the offline exhibition in the Electro Museum, and yeah, there was techno there. Okay, I'll try to run to.
I have already
next
fixed
scene.
it, but I don't understand why it's now it's like that.
Okay. Yeah, we leave the techno stage.
Yeah, you're right.
What will happen if I run just in a opposite direction? if there are any end of the scene, will I fall down to the, I don't know, bottom of the world? Ah, nope. There is the invisible wall.
But you run the opposite direction, right?
Nope, I turned around and
Turned
I
around,
see that, I don't know, white object. I don't know what it is.
Looks like an object.
Yeah.
You will see it when you get close.
I think that's a plane.
You're right.
But it is silent.
Is that a field recording?
Yeah,
This one?
yeah, of course.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Oh,
And it's also a field recording, right?
Yes.
I feel so much relaxed by just watching this Let's Play.
Thank you. That's
listening
my
to it.
favorite scene.
Listening.
yeah.
Yeah.
The sound, I don't know. I don't know what sound it is. It's like some rain or...
It's a mix of two field
Oh, okay.
recordings.
Maybe you should keep it in secret just for us to wonder. What a beautiful
This
sound.
is really snow weather with rain at November. That's not winter, but close.
Late autumn.
Yeah. Sounds actually like ASMR.
Okay. And if I go back?
You can't hear it.
Okay, and we're back. So it's a loop.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, okay. Doesn't have an ending.
Yes.
So,
Such a beautiful Let's Play and powerful environment. I like it a lot.
Yeah, me too.
yeah,
Thank you.
Actually, it reminds me of the first video game.
I think I'll stop sharing and stand here for a bit, like for the rest of the. Okay, how do I exit? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Nikita.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for such a beautiful game. I think you should tell our guests about your experience in
With footsteps.
and listening your own record of your own game.
Okay, you're right. You can hear it in our mix, probably, and you can use these footsteps like to make a movement, to make a mark for your character, and that's right. When you make this game, it's this okay, and you haven't question about that. But when you hear the sound separately from this gameplay, the sound of footsteps completely different and horrible, I think. And I don't plan to, and I don't want it. That's just like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we have any questions from the audience? In case you have questions, please use chat. I've seen some comments about the game, just very beautiful references to Fata Morgana, Herzogs, and the comment that the game sounds really amazing. Thank you for Let's Play. We will have some time at the ending to Let's Play a game by our visitors in case of someone wish to do it online in person. Maybe now we should proceed to the next game. The next one is Ksenia Obuchovskaya game titled Aeternum Illud. Ksenia, could you please make an introduction about your game and tell us about it?
Yeah, hi. I'm really happy to be here as well. I'm Ksenia Buchovskaya. I'm a transmedia artist. I mainly work with the CGI graphics, installation, and 3D printing. And this game is like my first one, so it's a very like exciting experience. So Aeternum Illud is translated like eternal transition. And actually, in the game, you find yourself in a city which is controlled by the state of emergency caused not only by the pandemic, but also by the political institutions. And the main goal is to escape the city. But actually, you can also like explore the city and find these 5 tokens. And I call them tokens because, you know, they have like this symbolic power in them, because sometimes they're like problematic, sometimes they seems to be too real and relatable, and sometimes they're somehow supernatural. And actually, the thing is with this game is like it doesn't have any traditional gaming mechanics, because you can't lose in this game. You can't die, you can't lose your powers, you can be stuck there forever, and you can be lost. But even when you win the game and when you escape the city, you start to question yourself, have I really won, and what the end means. And actually, when you escape the game, you find yourself in this liminal space, which a very non-gravitational space, and you find yourself free falling, and you have no power over controls, and you can't move, and you can't do anything. You just hear this haunting music, like the music you can hear like in a supermarket when you were a kid. And the big inspiration for this gaming scene, the second scene, was actually my conversation with the brother who is a physicist, and we were discussing this idea of a fourth dimension, and also how there are a lot of like strange coincidences happening in life, like you start to question yourself that somehow they may be controlled by some supernatural powers. And he had this idea that like in this movie, you probably have seen it, like this interstellar movie, that this strange coincidence are actually the things happening in fourth dimension. And you actually, it's very unstudied, but you know that it's like it's non-gravitational space. And also that there is this token in the first scene, which gives a little bit of hint what you can find in the second scene. It's a quasi crystal, and scientists say that it can help control things from the fourth dimension, and you can, like, they try to explore this type of crystals. And of course, in my game, it's mainly a fiction created like by my imagination, but anyhow. And for me, this game was mainly, I think, some sort of CGI gaming poem about how you as a human being in a state of emergency in this very like hectic world, how do you address like the supernatural powers, may it be like tarot cards or like astrology or whatever. So I guess this is my kind of vision of you know, this type of things happening right now. Yeah. And also I can say a little bit about the sound, I guess, because for me, in the first scene, it's more for means to get this like very anxious feeling when you're traveling around this city. So you hear this white noise, I guess, and the second, yeah, and the music in the second scene for me was a bit inspired by vaporwave, because you know it's like a very haunting music where you can like hear in this liminal spaces abandoned by people. And yeah, so basically that's it.
Thank you for this wonderful presentation. I actually really love how artists presenting their projects. Now I understand this project much better. And actually, when you were talking about supernatural, you reminded me about Carl Jung's perspective on coincidences, and that is an intuition. What he says that there is some also about this fourth dimension, about the interconnection of time and space, and that's why some coincidences can happen. Thank you.
Exactly.
Maybe we should watch the Let's Play now. I have a pre-recorded session by Alexander Vitushinsky. I will now share the screen to show it. It is 8 minutes long. Please let me know if you hear it well. And after the video, we can discuss it. Okay.
Hi all, my name is Alexander Vitushinsky. My aim is to present the game of Ksenia Bychovskaya, Aeternum Illud. This is not a game in the usual sense. There is no clearly defined goals. The conditions for winning and losing are not stipulated. Rather, I think it's a place for play. Place, as Stephen Waltz called it in his book, Toward a Ludic Architecture. Something like a sandbox. I don't mean the genre, not the type of games, but the real sandbox, a tiny play space within the well-defined rules, well-defined boundaries. Sorry. What can we do here? You can go to the identification marks. It's something like a root system. We can see them, and we can go to this kind of objects. We can interact with them. We can reflect about it, because each interaction object is a trigger for thought. By the way, who we are in these games. We can walk through the objects, but we're not human, I think, but we can walk. You can hear footsteps. Who knows, maybe this plays in someone's imagination. This is like a neurons which gives us this themes for our thoughts. I can show you this interaction. interaction objects, some vaccine, so some intellectual topics. By the way, we can end the game. We can play it, but we can end it. If we want to end it, we need to go to this shiny thing and interact with it. So we won the game. I don't know, maybe we're falling down, maybe it's salvation. Maybe it's emancipation from this playground, from this dark room. Okay, we start again. It's a cycle. And I have already said that this is not a game in the usual sense. Yes, we can win it, but it's not a real win. So if this is a playground, I think we need to talk about how we can play it. Not about the game, but about the things that we can do here. Of course, first one, I think you already know what I want to do. Let's get on the top of it. By the way, it's performance because I play on the touchpad only, not I don't have mouse, so we can play. We can do it. It's a hard play activity because I can fall down and I can interact with this root system, and if I do it, that will end the game. So I need not to do it if I want to play. What we do next? Yes. So we use the top. I think it's most fun thing. You can practice with me. I'm not sure that you can do it from the first. So we are on the top. This is a playground. This is a root systems, interactive objects, which we see earlier. But I can give you one more play activity, which I can show you. And I show this way of playing Deleuze. Why? Because French philosopher Gilles Deleuze said that the enemy of the body is no organs, but organization. And one must learn to free the organs from their purpose, unleash their true potential. So what can we do? We can get on the head. I trying to make it. Yes. So you can see the different type of game. By the way, again, the question of what we are and who we are. If we can play like this on the head, maybe this is not a head. And of course, we can interact. And of course, we can go to the root system again. But it's a different type of play. By the way, from this perspective, it's more like a root system. Oh no. So I think you understand me. So where should we end? What kind of end we need to do right now? Probably we need end where the sandbox usually end, leaving the playground. So we can do it. We can do it. And if maybe we need to do like this. So bye-bye, bye-bye, our playground.
Oh, I really liked this up and down thing in this game, how it was like hinting inside it, hiding inside it.
Yes. Ksenia, did you intend this kind of mode to be upside down?
Actually, I didn't know
Yeah.
that you can climb the root. Like, yeah, I knew that you can like fall from the gaming scene, of course, but I didn't like. I didn't have any intentions, you know, for the game experience actually, and it's really great that Alexander. He just asked this question like, who are you when you play the game? And actually, I forgot to mention it, like going back to the concept of the game, that you have to stop being human to exit the state of emergency, because only when you are non-human, where you're like inhuman substance, only then you can be controlled like by the institutions and by the pandemic, because you are not human. And when you walk across the first stage, you can hear the steps, and the steps like there is like straight associations with being human. And when you enter the second scene, you actually free falling and you can't like walk. So it's like, yeah, you are a substance now. So yeah, it's really great. So it's a great let's play.
Yeah, cool. Actually, when I tried to play the game on our website, I always, for some reason, I always play upside down. I don't know why. Probably because of touchpad. I don't know. Like it always happens to me. And I feel lost in this kind of mode. Okay, I also really loved this let's play. Cool.
Yeah, it is definitely an artistic one, even let's play. Yeah, everyone likes the upside down mode. Great idea to climb on the giant root. I agree.
I guess if you win with this mod, you're not falling down, you're like rising to heavens or something like that, if you're upside down.
The heaven mode is also so intriguing, like this nostalgic music and all these beautiful visuals around. The main things, the main thing with games and also this one, I mean, isn't that you have different ways to experience it and not have the only one way to win. That's the main goal of such artistic game, I would say, and that's the different from the commercial games, as for me. Okay, how do you feel? Like, should we proceed to the third one game, or we have some questions or comments about previous previous games.
Maybe the next.
Okay. The next one. All right. Katya, could you please introduce yourself and the game in between?
My name is Katya. I'm from Moscow, studying in Rodchenko Art School. And that's my first game. And I would like to tell about it more. The game is based on a free artistic interpretation of the Tibetan Book of the Dead. And the main idea is that after death, soul does not realize immediately that it's actually dead, and it passes through some stages between life and death. And according to the plot of the game, the main character finds itself in a horrible cemetery where it is followed by monsters which are the product of his life experience and subconscious. And to win the game, the main character has to admit his death and to find the grave with his name and to jump in it. If the character does it on time before the monsters catch him, he's gonna appear in heaven. If the monsters catch him before he finds his grave, he's gonna appear and stay forever in a horrible place, reminding hell. So like heaven and hell in this game are also could be some stages, and they are like an abstract concepts which are also based on his like life experience. So the music in this game was made by my friend. I was art directing the process.
What's their name? The name
You
of...
can show us the sound designer if you wish to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna write his name in the chat, and he also made the music for our this like little video.
You mean our teaser?
Yes, our teaser.
Ah, cool.
Okay, cool.
So we can like play the game and see what it all is about.
Okay. Margarita will let's play now.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm starting it. Okay, do you see the game?
Yes.
I'll try to be a well-mannered let's player and I read out the text. Imagine yourself standing at a horrible cemetery, almost naked. You have no idea how you got there. You are covered with scratches. What is worse is that something hunting you. One would think that nothing could be worse than death. However, the death is the only way once in a while. The only thing that is left is to accept the death as a relief. Take courage and experience the unknown. Otherwise, you will be absorbed by the darkness and monsters that it creates. So here you can choose an avatar. Let it be the female avatar for the first time. I don't know why it doesn't start. Something is lagging, but well, okay. I really like that the avatar is almost naked and there are these bruises and stains. But you look like a human, you look like you're alive, but you are not completely alive, and it creates some uncanny experience. So it is a bit well, a stealth game because it appears that monsters attack you only when they see you. Oh, I was lucky to find my grave immediately. So, welcome to paradise.
Want so fast.
Yes. And I like these outskirts of the paradise with these rainbow colors. It's a bit unusual. Maybe it's not like that's how you imagine paradise. So it looks like when you go to hell or to paradise, there is just a timer, and when a certain amount of time passes, you just got kicked out of that place. So let's play the male avatar.
Tigers cannot damage you in heaven, right?
Okay. Well, I think I need to hide. The demon shouldn't see me. Oh no, no. I'm not a very skillful player. So here's hell, and well, there is a visual technique used in hell when you run or walk. There is a motion blur. Maybe it is a way to convey like anxiety of being in hell. So here are some weird creatures. For example, this creature, it looked like he or she is drinking blood, but I'm not sure it is a voluntary act. Maybe it is a torture. And here, oh, well, we will see this zombie next time. Unfortunately, it is not easy to look around in the cemetery place because demons are chasing you. But I like the visual style of this place and graffitis. For example, here are graffitis over these statues. And, well, the graffitis all over everything. The world looks a bit almost obscene. I got stuck. And the demon is also stuck.
So they cannot catch you when you're there, right?
Yes. So let's go to hell again. So I wanted to approach a zombie. Where is he?
Is hell a safe place, or you can die again there?
It looks like you are just kick out after some amount of time, and zombies, they attack you, but nothing happens. I can't find a zombie right now. Here's give up hope. Sorry.
I said it looks and sounds more relaxing than cemetery.
Yes. I think we should go to the cemetery one more time. first time, yes, we can approach a zombie. Are you going to attack me? Yes. Not the most friendly atmosphere here.
But it's so beautiful here.
Yeah. And also, oh, I haven't seen the statue. Oh, it is beautiful. It's Saturn, I guess.
It's so pretty. You cannot go longer.
Well, and I wanted to say a couple of words. But it's difficult to talk when you play because of all the games, this game is the most game-like experience. You can win or lose here, so there is a challenge. And I wanted to say that this game definitely has a dreamlike quality in it.
Mhm.
And when you play a dreamlike game, it is always interesting to understand what artistic techniques are used to produce this dreamlike quality, the dreamlike experience. And I think in the case of this game, the main mechanics, like finding your grave or going to the hell or paradise, is pretty straightforward, and it rather expresses the main idea than creates an experience. And the experience is created mostly through visual styles, through the visual style, which gives the game its dreamlike quality, and maybe some smaller techniques like this motion blur in Hell. This really changes the experience. So that's it, I think.
But also the music, I guess.
Yes, the music, I agree. When it looks like when demons start chasing you, or the music changes and it becomes more dynamic, and at the same time it is scary and uncanny.
And I have a question: if it is possible to fight with demons or not?
No, just run for now.
Just run away from them. Okay. Hoping you can run away from them.
And also the almost naked avatar gives you this sense of vulnerability.
Yes. Actually, a friend of mine, he had this kind of comment. He asked, like, why the woman is so skinny and the guy is kind of fat.
Just for fun.
I know, yeah. Also, like, funny. It was more like a funny comment because he said something like, it's a kind of feministic approach.
But
that was more like a joke, actually.
But actually, I have a question. Why doesn't the avatar change when you enter, for example, hell? Because you're surrounded by these zombies, but the avatar is still not a zombie. So it looks like it passed into hell, but nothing changed. It's the same soul. Not a typical creature living in hell.
What's the question?
Yes, it was a question. That is there some meaning in it? Does it mean that you can still maybe escape?
I mean, it was just like a student project for which I had not long time, just like few months. if I would have more time, I would make like more levels with some more adventures, how to escape from there.
But what type of escape can you imagine? Like how to escape from hell?
Maybe
What
to
would it
find
be?
some like object or something, or like a portal, I don't know.
Okay, some portal.
We have a question from Martina in chat. How long did it take to realize a game like this? Several months? Maybe, Katya?
To make an idea, the main idea,
No, the whole game.
the whole game to make. It took
Yeah.
like 3 months.
Mhm. Do you want to develop it? You're developing every day, like something adding there, like some creatures or figures.
Yeah, I was working on it almost every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have some kind of alternative ending of the game?
I wasn't thinking about it because I would like to leave this project as it is and to start some other projects.
Okay.
We have a comment. Thank you very much. The interesting concept and amazing output realization. Thank you, Martina.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the visuals are super like crazy. I like it so much. You have the style, literally. It looks very, very stylish, I would say.
Okay, so maybe somebody from the audience wants to let's play. What do you think? Is there anybody who wants to play games?
Or just watching. In case anyone wants to play now, we have all games on the website. The link is in chat, uncannydream.com. You can play them online or download and play on your personal computer. If you do it, please text us and just let us know your impressions. Fedor writes, I really like idea. You need to find out your own grave in the uncanny cemetery. Yes, it's true. Not evident way to go to the heaven, to go to the paradise. Okay, so maybe we are finishing now. How do you feel about it?
I think so.
Okay.
If there are nobody who wants to play together with us and to share ideas, I think we can stop. So thank you, our artists and theorists, for joining us and for presenting your experiences and for presenting your games. That was really, really cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.